Not yet.
Hongo, it's Hongo.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, we're gathered together, and I guess yeah, Sada I guess says we should go to Hongo in about a week.
Oh, in a week.
Yeah.
What are
Gotta
we doing in the meantime?
take care of some business.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. First of all, which is part of why everyone's gathered in the castle now, is the crystals, the elven crystals.
Yes, I have that on my itinerary as well because
Yeah.
they're in the bag, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. You should return those probably.
Yeah. First,
Seeing
let's
as they
find-
might be the only two surviving ones.
Yeah. But first, we should find out the deal
The deal?
with what the bells asked them. We never got to find out the one about the
Oh!
necromancer.
Yeah, but that guy was just kind of a shit, though.
Yeah, but hey, let's ask him anyway.
Can't understand them, so.
I can.
Wow.
So.
Let us question the crystals.
Yeah.
You question the crystals. Oh, my phone died again. What the fuck? My phone died at 46% battery life.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Someone needs a new phone.
Mine's been doing that too. It really bites.
New iPhone just came out. Time
No
to
thanks.
consume.
Nope.
Spend.
No.
I prefer Androids.
Yeah, most people do, it seems like. But you gotta get that iPhone, though, because I have stock. So.
Makes sense. I get that.
Okay.
Right.
Ah, fuck me.
Yeah.
I'm so bad. Tomb, have you uploaded the videos of most recent sessions?
No, I have not.
Do you forget where we're at?
No, I forgot which of these weird elven names is connected to which entity.
Well, you can fix it later. If it's...
Oh, it just bothers me.
As it should.
I don't have work tonight, so I get to enjoy an adult beverage today while we play.
Oh, nice.
Okay, so you do have okay. Harian's the architect. I love it when I can't read my own handwriting.
That's me every day.
Yeah.
Okay. So yes, you do have two. Whatchamacallits?
Two crystals.
Crystals.
You do have two crystals to review. Excuse me. Okay, so so what are you doing?
Gonna bring out the necromancer first.
Okay.
Because we never got to have a proper conversation with him because we need to get moving. Because we were in the office of Bell.
So, dead people. What are your thoughts?
They're dead.
No, I'm talking to the necromancer, not you.
I think he only speaks ancient elf.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry, let me get the kazoo.
What the fuck?
Do not need to get the kazoo.
Okay, I'm not bringing it out.
So yeah, you guys do have the crystals. As of right now, your ability to awaken them, so to speak, is limited by the fact that you're not actually entirely sure how they work.
We did it before, though.
You did do it
Oh, yeah,
before
I did
by
do it.
accident.
Oh.
Can't I just do what I did last time?
Well, what did we do last time?
You can try reproducing what you did last time, but what you did last time was basically just handle it, and they turned on accidentally.
All right.
Yeah, so I'll handle it the same exact way.
Sada flips it around.
Yeah, turn it upside down and right side up again.
All right.
Like a snow globe.
Roll a d20, please.
All of us?
Well, one of you and then the other. If you're trying
Sada tries it.
different methods.
It's a 15 and a 14. And a 17 from Nuba.
Okay. Well,
Can we use that one?
each of you grab the crystal, and just sort of like start
Grasp it
twisting
firmly.
and shaking it and doing various things to it. Eventually, it alights. The inner light within it, it extends outward and coalesces into the small form of the ancient, withered, and vaguely nefarious-looking elf. His beady eyes looking out at you all from beneath his balding pate.
What happens if I wave my hand through him?
It shimmers, his outline distorting around your hand. It doesn't seem to bother him. Enjoying yourself?
I can't understand you.
Yes, if you're
I
enjoying
can't
yourself.
understand this one, but I recognize the rest of you.
Hey.
Hey.
All
You
right.
have more questions.
Yeah. Well, we never got to ask you any questions in the first place. So I wanted to know what did the bell's internal tolling, the last person who activated you, ask you about.
What did she ask me about? That's a very good question. It could be very well that in order to maintain the finite amount of memory I can contain within this crystal, I have omitted my interactions with the one of which you speak.
Why?
He shrugs.
And
Cool.
but
Perhaps if you were to give me something I might desire, perhaps I might be able to help you.
all right.
Just-
And what's
just
that?
out of-
My memory would be jogged.
Okay, but just out of curiosity,
you-
how does us giving you anything...
He wants
Are-
he wants knowledge.
Right, but aren't you just a memory of a guy who existed once?
He
Can
still
you
has logic and knowledge.
But will...
He's surprised at just how much of a person can fit on one of these crystals.
Ugh,
Icky.
fine. It is icky, yeah.
And actually, no. I'm not interested in a knowledge.
Then what are you interested in?
How can we give you anything else?
Yeah.
I saw among your number as you milled about in that darkling office,
Mhm.
trying to ascertain what exactly of value could be left behind by the bells, that among your number was a entity most interesting to me, a
Mm.
clockwork sort of creature in whom I detected life, a soul contained within a machine.
So you want a body then?
I should very
Oh
much
man.
like the opportunity to be investigated.
You guys, this guy is asking to be put in an Iteron body.
For
Yeah.
what?
Because he
To
wants to
give
be
us-
alive.
You,
Yeah, but what do we get out of it?
To get to know what
but-
the bells got from him.
yeah, anything that he might have passed along.
So-
That's kind of an uneven trade, in
Yeah.
my opinion.
So
Also,
information
he's
for a bot?
both evil and he doesn't have a soul. So
Why don't we
Very
just
presumptive.
I'm
okay.
saying this in hot
Yeah,
means. You can't
hey.
understand me.
Hey, I have a question.
Yeah?
Can I say this on the side so he doesn't hear me?
Well, you
You
can
can't
tell it to me. You can't
understand
understand.
Hadanese.
Yeah, you can tell it to
Yeah.
me, and if
What?
yeah.
We
Why don't
assume
we-
he can't understand Huttonese at least.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna say
He
that
said
he
he
smells. Well, I'm just gonna say that he smells really out loud and see if he says anything. Yeah, man, God, he smells like a goddamn rat.
Smells like shit
Okay.
on the wind.
Yep.
Insight check or sense motive or whatever the fuck.
Does he do anything in
Does he
reaction to
do
that?
anything? Does he hate it?
Roll.
Wait, I guess that might be a
roll
compliment.
Okay.
That's sense motive?
Yeah.
Yeah, to see if he's lying.
Of course
Wouldn't
it
be
is.
Perception?
Good sense motive.
Nah.
Zero.
Just see what he's
Um,
thinking about.
Yeah.
Whoa!
He makes no reaction.
I mean, he's
Okay.
probably a
Yeah.
pretty cool customer, though.
Why don't we just put him like if what's stopping us from putting him in an inner body that can't move?
Oh, I like what you're getting at.
Well, then he'll probably get pissed and not give us anything.
But maybe
yeah,
he'll.
but he
Well, what if he
wouldn't know
gives us
that.
the information first and then we put him inside?
I don't think he's the kind
He's
of guy
not
that
gonna
you
do
could just
that.
be like, oh
Yeah.
yeah, of course I'll put you in a body, and then he'll give
Oh
you
wait,
anything.
yeah, I guess I didn't take that into account. I thought maybe like along the lines of like, oh, he likes the look of it during the process, and then as he's doing the transfer, we'll be like, haha, gotcha. But I don't know. That genuinely seems like a very bad deal for us.
I mean, we do at
Just-
least we know what the architect told her. She told them about told her about how the flying city works, sort of. I think. Should we get him out and get some more details about that? I guess. Put aside the necromancer for now. Maybe the Archon will know something about how to access that information without having to give in to his demands.
Yeah, maybe there's a way to just
Yeah.
directly
Yeah,
inquire if they
that
can't
sounds
resist
good.
or something.
So yeah, let's
Yeah.
just we put him away.
Yep.
There he goes. All right. Let's pull out the architect's crystal again.
All right. Make a d20 roll to try and reactivate it.
All right.
Okay. The image of Haharian, the architect of the flying cities, appears before you. The ancient elf peering out at you. You're like, ah, yes, I recall you. You are
Hello.
still within the confines of my most recent memories. I haven't eliminated you yet.
Hmm.
Can I help you again? What knowledge do you seek?
I guess we were wondering if what in detail you could tell us about what the bells, the last person who activated you, asked you about again.
The last person that activated me was you.
Well, besides that, before that.
I'm afraid that I have omitted
Ah, shit.
those conversations from my memory. As I
Okay.
said, I am quite limited in this space.
Okay. Hey, do you know anything about an ancient elven necromancer?
and trying to recall. I'm sorry, but trying to access information that I had, but was not pertaining to the information specifically on the architecture of the flying cities. I am of limited use. It's like trying to swim through gelatin. There's difficulty. It's honestly frustrating.
Hmm.
I have echoes, but nothing more.
All right.
Quite the metaphor.
If there was a way to hijack the ancient elven flying cities, would you have told that to anyone who asked?
Hijack?
Yeah. To
Well-
use for nefarious means. Because the person who activated us before us, I think, might have such plans.
My. Well, if I was asked, my purpose in this crystal is to maintain a catalog of the operations and workings of the Flying City. If someone asked, I would tell them of how to operate its controls and affect its various parts.
Okay.
So, if I did speak to this person to whom you refer, it is quite possible that I told them whatever they desired to know, presuming that they interacted with me as respectfully as you do now.
All right. Good to know.
It is my understanding that I was kept in a very well-protected portion of the Crystal Library.
Most likely. You and several other crystals were stolen, so,
Oh,
or at least 2 of them. We found 2, so. You and the necromancer, so
stolen.
yeah.
Ah. Well, I should ask you to return us to the Crystal Library at your soonest convenience.
That's the plan. But yeah, Amarillion is just above us, so
Ah, very good.
yeah. All right. And I guess we'll deactivate you now for now.
Ah, well, until next time.
Mm.
I shall
And,
maintain a record of this conversation.
All right. And I guess we turn them off.
Wait,
Oh.
he recorded it?
Yep.
Oh,
Like
That
everything
was-
I said?
Well, no, you didn't say anything this time. It was a different
Oh,
crystal.
okay. Okay, just want to make sure that like some guy in the future is like, hey, yeah, can I hear that conversation? And he hears me talking shit. All right,
It's
Wait, I mean-
possible the other one recorded us too, though.
shit.
I don't think it actually matters.
Yeah,
All
but
right.
that's someone's first impression of me.
I think it was like the evening when we left off the last game, so I guess tomorrow morning I'll head off to Ambrelion and return these to the Archon. And whoever else wants to come can come, I guess. And also check on Borkrit and make sure he hasn't eaten everything.
Yeah, you reach Amberillion and everyone's dead.
And I guess Kasumi, you wanted to go to the monastery, yeah?
yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I haven't been there for a bit.
Yeah. So yeah, I think we should get things ready for the trip to Hongo for a week, and then we'll leave in a week. But let's take care of business for now, and then yeah,
So what's our plan for when we get there? Exactly.
go see the daimyo of Hongo, because he sent a
And-
message to me, so wanting to meet.
What do we want to say to him when we're there? Like, what tack do we want to take with
Well,
him?
I'm going to convince him to join us. Doesn't seem like from what we've heard, it doesn't seem like he has much loyalty to the Shogun either, as well. So.
So, the night begins to pass. This is the night, Sada, that you would compose your letter, and Kasumi, you would compose the one as well to the Champions of Ardania.
Shit. Yeah, I meant to write that to you. I'll send it to you later. But yeah.
You don't have to write a whole long form letter.
I wasn't gonna write something as long as tombstones. But yeah.
Um, I appreciate the extra work, but this isn't a homework assignment.
Yeah, I felt
wow.
like it.
Okay.
It was fun to read.
Yeah.
Um,
And I guess I'll also send off a letter actually to the daimyo of Hongo, see if I can get that passed off by some trader or something.
well, that you
Fisherman.
actually raise a good point. You awaken the next morning and go about setting up how to get these letters where they're going. The one from Kasumi and the one from yourself. And the thing is, you don't have a direct trade route to Ardania.
Yeah. So I mean, if going for Viven seems like the.
Yes.
Yeah.
But at the time, you only have one ship that's really consistently going
Yeah.
from Viven to to Sarugu.
Yeah. So I think it's best just to leave it with Pascal's trading company, I guess, and until it's making the trip back again.
Hmm.
I don't think there's any other.
Perhaps you should ask him.
Okay, let's ask Pascal. Where is Pascal?
Pascal is where he spends most of his time lately, which is at the Fatazo trading post. So who exactly is going there?
Sada shall go.
Me.
Probably.
Also, when do
Probably
we get
there
to
already.
when do we get to peruse cool goodies again at the trading post?
Well,
I love a cool goodie.
perhaps in only a couple moments.
Oh.
So Sada, Pau, you might actually be there already. That's where Pascal lives. So, whether or not you're staying in the castle or at the trading post at any given time would be up to you.
Depending on how much time has passed between crystals and this moment, sure.
Just like a day, I think.
Oh, okay,
It's
then
the morning.
yeah.
It's the morning after, so.
Oh, okay, then yeah, I'm probably hanging out.
Okay. Anyone else?
Why not?
Sada, would you collect the rest of the party before going? I guess is the real question.
Yeah, I guess I'll ask if anyone else wants to come.
Eh,
And I guess it's just Akio, me, and Kasumi then. And Bapir, maybe.
Of course I'm
Bapir,
coming!
probably. Yeah.
All right. The group of you thus travel to the foreign quarter in Hayaba, reaching the Fatazo trade post in good time. Whereupon you find that there are people moving about various goods. A warehouse in the trade post looks quite stocked, and a large number of local traders are currently going up and either picking up orders or perusing things that have not been claimed and are just there for sale in bulk by the Fatazo trading concern.
Mm-hmm.
Pascal himself is currently at his desk in his office. Paulina, where would you be? I don't either.
I don't know what's around or
she's
or
lost.
whatever. Yeah, I'm lost. I got turned around and now I'm lost.
Right. You find your way out of the house that you share with Pascal and somehow got lost in.
Yeah.
Just in time to see your friends and allies approaching the trade warehouse. Perhaps Pascal saw you out of his window as he emerges from the front door of the offices as well. and waves over to you as you approach.
Hey, Pascal.
Hey, Sada.
Yeah, that's me. We were wondering when your next ship out to Viven's gonna be.
Pascal grimaces a little.
Oh,
It left while you were
Ah.
down south, actually.
okay, darn.
Yeah.
When's it due
sorry.
to return? And also set
Uh,
out again, I suppose.
The journey, back and forth between unloading and offloading, the journey itself takes about 7 to 10 days, and
Okay. I mean, it's
uh,
not too big of a deal. We got some letters to send off.
okay. You can leave them with me.
Okay.
I'll make sure that they get on the next boat going to Viven.
Yeah.
Are they just going to Viven, or?
One potentially is, but they also might need to be This one might need to be forward to Ardania, and the other is going straight to Ardania. So.
Oh, wow. Okay, so that
Yeah.
that might actually take a while.
Yeah.
I'll have to leave orders to get them transferred onto another ship. Sensi ships are the ones that go most to Ardania. But I think Rodrigo was starting to get his own concerns there. Anyway, yeah, no, definitely. Yeah, I'll take them.
Okay.
And would you guys be interested in some fine foreign goods?
Yes.
Perhaps.
Always. Yep.
Yes.
Heck yeah. Okay, follow me.
Okay.
I gotta show you something.
Okay.
You can open up my bank and see how much money I have. I don't think I have much.
I haven't looked at that bank in a long time.
I can tell you how much money you have.
Sure.
Suru has 5,516 and 20 cents.
Oh yeah. Besides that, Pascal, I was wondering since you worked down here and stuff with the traders and stuff, I was wondering if you ever heard of if you know anyone who might go to Hongo sometimes.
Hongo?
Yeah.
I don't think you guys have a trade route set up with them.
Yeah. I'm just wondering if
so
there's
it-
anyone who might deal who is like a traveling merchant or anything like that you might have heard of.
I can look into it.
Okay.
Nothing immediately pops to mind,
Okay.
but
I guess we were planning to go there in a week's time, so I was wondering about getting a message there ahead of time to the daimyo, because he wanted to see us, so I wanted to warn him ahead of time that we're coming, but it might not be possible.
Oh yeah, heck yeah, I'll do that.
Okay.
I'll look into it. I'll get back to you as soon as I can.
Thanks.
Oh, right, here we are. As he leads you around to a sort of an additional building, which is currently unmarked, has a couple of darkened windows and a door, and he. Okay, just wait here for a sec. And he goes inside. He slips in through the door, closes it behind him, and after a couple minutes, he goes, "Okay, you can come in."
Okay.
Oh, I'm so
we enter.
curious. All right.
I enter anyway.
Yeah.
All right, you walk in to a shop.
Oh.
Whoa.
Wow.
It's the interior of this room is stacked with well arranged different wares, and in sort of very some of them on shelves, some of them on little tables, and at the far end there is a counter behind which Pascal is currently standing, his arms on his hips and looking very proud of himself. And above the counter, held up on little pylons and sort of suspended over Pascal's head, is a sign that is shaped like a large flexing Aneban with the words Fatazo Fine Finds written across it.
Nice.
Fine and fines are both written with a PH.
Nice.
No.
There's an Hadanese translation underneath that you can see.
That's a great touch. Wow.
Nice. I like it.
Pascal is grinning quite happily.
This is excellent work. This is incredible.
Thanks. It's got a local craftsman to do the woodwork on the sign. And Pascal takes the same pose as the sign is in, and it's clearly the same dimensions. It's me.
Yeah.
So, this is Fatazo's Fine Finds. I was originally going to go with Pascal's something something, but I couldn't get a good alliteration going. But yeah, welcome to my little store.
All right.
What can I help you with?
What do you got?
Well, actually,
What are you selling?
at this point I've gotten a pretty good amount of stuff.
Ooh.
Is there anything specific that you want, or am I going to have to start just trying to entice you
Oh
with
man.
random things?
Oh man. I gotta. Oh, jeez.
I don't got much in mind, really.
What slots do I have open? You got anything I could put in a wrist slot?
A wrist slot? You, like a bracelet or something?
Yeah.
I mean,
Or
yeah,
like
yeah.
a cool pair of gloves, even. Hey, cool pairs of gloves.
Cool pairs of gloves.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind gloves. Also, the PH thing reminds me of my least favorite named corner store in town, which is Corner Confectionery, and it's K's, but they share one big K, and it drives me insane. I hate looking at that sign.
Neither of them are correct.
Corner Confectionery, but it just looks like it says Orner Confectionery with a big K.
I got a glove.
Yeah.
And he shows
Just
you
one?
a slender white leather glove.
Singular. Okay.
Yep, just one. Alright, so he puts it on his hand. It's a little small on me, but you'll see what it does. As he holds it out, he sort of looks at it for a second with intent, and it begins to glow a bright red. And he puts the hand on the desk, and when he leaves it, there is a bright red handprint on the desk.
Okay.
Like red hot, or is it like paint?
Is that permanent?
Less about a day.
Okay.
And he does different hand positions, pointing thumbs up, and creates these different handprints on the desk that are just still glowing there, and eventually he takes the glove off. But from what I understand, its intent is
Rob, what do you do?
Who's drumming?
Now you guys know what it's like.
Sounds like someone's playing Donkey Kong or whatever.
I wish. Since I switched to this table mic, sometimes I forget that I shouldn't do what I was doing there. I was typing. My bad.
All right.
So yeah, it's mostly used for like if you're in a maze or if you're in some place where you might get lost easily, you can put these images on the walls to mark where you've been or mark directions that you want to go, that sort of thing.
That's pretty fun, but I don't know how useful that is for me. I love the idea, though. Good concept. Just a little strapped for cash is,
All right, yeah, no, that's fair.
Yeah. That's fun, though. Yeah.
Got
Got any anything that might be useful for manipulating water? You know what? You also maybe got any books on on the elements and studies thereof?
Like a big watering can.
Yeah.
Actually,
I
I do
mean-
have a big watering can.
I mean,
Oh.
I kind of am a big watering can.
Oh, don't
Yeah.
don't talk about yourself like that.
I just kind of like open my hand and a little spout of water drips out. Look at that.
Yeah.
I wait.
Yeah.
I hang on. I focus for a second, and it turns into like that. It goes to a different setting, like the mist shower setting.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess you're not going to be interested in this watering can then.
Probably not.
And he puts away the watering can.
I put away my hand.
Something that might be a bit more useful is this glove of storing.
Hmm. How much?
Usual sell price is 10,000 gold pieces.
Gold pieces.
Excuse me, silver pieces.
Ah.
So 1,000 gold pieces. It's a glove, obviously. One simple leather glove, but you put it on, and you can have an object in your hand that weighs up to 20 pounds, and you can will it to go into a dimensional space inside of the glove. And then when you next want it, you can just be like, snap your fingers, it'll appear in your hand.
That's actually really cool.
Interesting. However, cannot afford that. Technically, I also
No.
have these apprentice cheating gloves, which
Oh.
that I might be interested in perchance a trade. What else do you have?
Okay. That's kind of it for gloves, but
Oh yeah, I mean look at other things.
got these got this vest.
Oh.
It's a vest of this. It's called a vest of escape.
Mm-hmm.
It's got all these little pockets sewn into it. It's hard to see unless you're wearing it. And in it are magical lockpicks that will help you open locks, and also it helps you actually squeeze through or get out of tight spots.
Huh. What is it called again?
It's called a vest of escape. It's 5,200 if you're interested. In silver. But actually, is Suru around?
Yeah. I think. No, she didn't come with us, did she?
Okay.
Nope.
Because she asked me to sell that ruby. Last time she was here, and I mean, mission accomplished. I successfully sold the ruby. I was going to give her the dividends from that.
All right. I'll tell her. Want me to tell her? Next time I see her?
Yeah, or you could just give her the
Yeah.
cash.
Sure.
I mean, I don't think you're going to steal it. And he reaches down and he hefts up, quite easily for him, but it's actually a rather substantial chest, which he places on the counter with a decent thud. It ended up being mostly paid for in silver. That's hence the relatively unwieldy size. And he opens it up, and there's just thousands of silver pieces in there.
Jeez.
Few gold.
Nice.
Yeah, when my seller hyped up its origins, the Church of Olivius Aurum actually took an interest in it. And it again pushes it forward, and they tend to pay pretty good.
All right.
Can't
All
believe
right.
Suru's now independently wealthy.
I guess we'll get Batbear to carry that. He's strong.
Whatever
Wow.
you will.
I think
I
he's
mean,
the
it's not that
strongest.
heavy.
What? Say it.
It said the chest isn't that heavy. He said.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna
Oh
say
no,
something
it's
else.
like a substantial chest. I mean, Sato would probably get tired with
Wow. Yeah.
Substantial chest.
Put that trunk on my trunk.
Amazing chest ahead.
Ha!
All right. Anything else interesting?
it. I mean,
Any belts? I could use a good
he
belt.
holds his hands out around. Yeah, I got some interesting things here. Seriously, if you got anything, like, if you're looking for anything specific.
Yeah, I
Uh,
asked you if you had like anything that aid in the manipulation of water, or
You did say that.
Yeah.
Nothing specific to like your weird brand of magic or whatever it is. No
Hmm.
offense, Kasumi, but I honestly don't understand what you're doing.
Huh.
But I think that's more because your tradition that you're developing, well, is new. So arcanists aren't really developing stuff for that, as far as I
Man.
know.
Too bad I
Uh,
can't design my own magical items.
Mm. I mean, you can already shoot ice out of your hands and like hold up an ocean and stuff. So
Well, yeah, but what if I could help make that easier? I don't know. Anyways, anything I might find personally interesting, at least. Oh,
who left?
Oh, rhythm.
rhythm very suddenly.
I don't know why. That's weird.
It didn't end.
Yeah.
Uh,
See if it
Excuse
maybe
me.
went offline or something. Yeah, it went
Hmm.
offline. Weird.
Interesting. For books on the elements, though, actually, I did. It did not escape my notice that you've been looking for certain things on that, and I did actually have a guy
Oh, it's back.
go to the Viennese Conservatory and get you some books on elemental magic. And he goes underneath the the counter, and he hefts up four books that have been sort of tied together with twine, and pushes them towards you. They're more for wizards, but I thought that they might be relevant to what you're studying.
I mean, maybe I might be able to find something out from it.
They were not free to me, but
Well, yeah. How much do they cost?
well, actually, you're trying to set up that whole monastery thing. Consider that a donation.
Aw, dang.
No problem.
You come up sometime. We'll dedicate the library to you.
Cool. I'm only adding 4 books to it, so that seems
Well, yeah, but it has to start somewhere, and you're like our
Gotta
original.
dedicate the library to someone.
Don't you like literally have the remaining archives from Amberillion going in there?
I sure do.
At least accept like a shelf in the library, like with a little plaque. That'd be pretty cute.
Cool. Pascal Memorial Plaque.
Well, memorial.
Elf.
I do like the
He did die once.
Oh,
Yeah, that's when I
shit.
died.
Oh yeah, that is right. This is the Pascal Memorial Shelf.
I got
better.
Yeah, there's like a little subheading on the plaque that's on the shelf that says "I got better."
Anyway, got these gloves of arcane striking.
Mm.
I know I said that is
Ooh.
out of gloves earlier, but
What are those?
Remember that I got these. These are some nice soft leather gloves with some mithril rivets, and if you have the ability to strike with magic,
Oh,
Only a spellcaster.
heck.
actually
Wait.
only someone with the arcane strike feat.
Oh, I was gonna say my fists
Rip.
are actually magic. but
Aw, dip.
shit.
Right, these are irrelevant to you. I don't think. And he just tosses them behind him. Okay.
Alright.
Got these. I got boots.
I already have boots.
What kind of boots?
Yeah, what kind
They're
of
called boots of cushioning.
boots? Oh.
They're really nice. They're soft, and they got some thick soles, and they'll absorb the impact of a fall,
Huh.
presuming you land on them.
Interesting. Hey, side note, I was looking at my equipment and I remembered that I have an ion spoon named Spoonsworth. It is a spoon that just kind of hovers
Huh.
around me.
I
Oh.
remember that.
Ah, right, the very angry spoon that tried to scoop your eyes
Oh
out.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. Now it's sort of docile, placid, if you will.
Yeah, it's gotten used to your to being around you.
It's been there the whole time. Every step of
Wow.
the journey.
You use it to eat ice cream out of that
It
endless
actually
ice cream bowl.
It tries to feed me soup.
Where does it get that soup?
Well, I mean,
Mm.
from the bowl that Tatsu makes for me. Duh.
Oh,
Come on.
Yeah. Alright.
happy little family.
Yeah.
Anyway, if I find out about anything interesting that I need specifically, I guess I'll come to you, Pascal. I have no
Uh,
ideas right now.
Yeah, definitely. And if I don't have it, I can probably get it. So
Alright.
like, just tell me.
Any cool
Um,
headbands?
Or
Headbands.
cloaks.
Uh huh.
Headbands.
Yeah.
Or cloaks.
Or things I can wear on my shoulders.
Sada has a cloak that she's been
Or on
forgetting
my
to
head.
use.
Got a lot of slots.
Actually, I do. It's expensive,
Ah man.
like really expensive.
Should I start saving though? Is it good?
He goes into the back wall where there's all these shelves, and he takes a very ornate lockbox, puts it on the counter. He takes a key also from the shelf where the lockbox had been sitting on top of it, and opens it. And opening the lock, unlocks it and opens it, and in it is a simple silver headband with a smooth Capricorn crystal set in it that would rest in the center of the wearer's forehead. So this is a headband of premonition.
Whoa.
With a word, it will let you see like a quarter of to half a second into the future
Oh, what?
for about 3 minutes.
Whoa, what?
That
would have helped when I got shot by that arrow that one time.
Yeah, you would. It basically means you can't be surprised.
Oh man,
As I said, though, it's
prohibitively
Very
expensive.
it's real expensive. Yeah, guys, and I know this is like, you know, if the island was being attacked by the Shogun, I would just like give it to you to use, but like, I paid a lot.
Yeah.
This is 32,500 silver pieces.
Jeez.
Yikes. Yeah, that's a bit much. Man, that would have been useful though. Shoot.
Yeah, didn't you guys like sell a ton of stuff from the Polonius place?
Did we?
I think so.
Big Polonius hard sell, we each got 7,610.
Whoa.
Oh, I never added that to my money then.
What?
I did.
It's showing up on our list. It is
Oh,
on
okay.
your money.
Was I in
You just
debt
told me I had
then? 'Cause
5,000 gold.
Yeah,
Cool.
I've got that too. About that.
Well, I mean, it got split up. 7,000 I got split up.
Oh,
Oh, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
Now I understand.
But alright,
Oh.
I think I should head
Yeah.
off to Amberillion before the rest of the day is spent.
Well, I mean, okay. I can show you something that I bought for myself. I have an extra
Yeah.
set.
Oh.
And he goes and actually, I'm wearing them already. He pulls back his the cuff of his sleeve and reveals that around his wrist is what looks like just a very sort of simple bracelet. It's substantial, quite thick. That looks like it's just made out of iron. And there's a symbol of Atenket
Oh,
inscribed upon it. So, these are something that the Temple of Atenket has been creating lately. They're a set of wrist and ankle weights that you wear, and after wearing them for about a month, your personal endurance and ability to like resist fatigue and stuff like that is enhanced to a point that it's still you. It's not a magical like arcane effect that would be suppressed by like counterspelling or dispel magic. It literally enhances your body. It basically accelerates your own cardiovascular cardiopulmonary health. And they automatically adjust to your current level of fitness and strength.
Neat.
Yeah.
Hey, actually, I did think of something that I would be interested in buying. When I was fighting when we were fighting the Seven Sorrows, a monk got the better of me and confused me. And I'd like to avoid that in the future if I could. I was thinking that like maybe like a necklace I could wear that would aid in my ability to do that.
Okay. One sec. I might have something.
Specifically, so I was out of character. I was looking for the medallion of the Mind Sentinel, or a Mind Sentinel medallion, whichever we want to call it.
Yeah, actually, that would be quite in the price range of what he would have right now. And yeah, Pascal goes back, gets a different jewelry lockbox, comes back to you, opens it again, and shows you a silver medallion covered in geometric shapes that refract light randomly. This might be what you're looking for. This is something that is meant to enhance your ability to resist like mental attacks. I think it's made by Obsessins.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, I would appreciate the ability. That would help, I think. Now, will you accept a trade?
Yeah, I mean, depending on the value of the item.
Of course, yeah. So I have these gloves that they let me cast Mage Hand and Prestidigitation at will. As you might remember, the
Apprentice's
Gripply,
cheating gloves. I know them.
yes, the Gripply famously employed the former.
Mm-hmm. That's not exactly a like trade, but with
cover some of the cost.
yeah, that would cover some of it.
I rolled a diplomacy.
Those sound fun.
Yeah, honestly, I don't know why you're giving those up. But yeah, if you do throw me those plus 1,000 silver.
Yeah, I'm only giving them up because I don't really have many other items, and I need like confusion is a common thing.
Yeah.
Why haven't you just been prestidigitating the whole time?
I don't know.
That's
I
such
mean,
a
why
fun
do you
ability
think
to
it's-
have.
Why do you think Kasumi is just always so immaculately clean?
Oh.
I mean, I just kind of like am able to just wash myself by existing.
That's a pretty mundane use of it, though. You could be doing fun disco lights at all times if you want, right?
Prestidigitation doesn't really do fun disco lights. That would be
What am I
more
thinking of?
Dancing lights.
Ah, can't you like alter light or something?
No, but it can chill, warm,
Which
or
one is
flavor
that?
1 pound of non-living material.
That's silly.
You might be thinking of thaumaturgy from 5e.
Yes, I'm
Yeah.
getting those two mixed up. Those are like the two classic basic wizard spells. Yep.
Yeah, the thaumaturgy is the divine equivalent.
Oh.
But yeah, if you want to make that trade.
Hmm. See, now I'm debating it. Because Mage Hand might also come in handy at some point.
It doesn't escape you that even with the 1,000 gold, Pascal is giving you a break on the price.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna think on it. I'll come back at some point.
Yeah,
for it,
no,
probably.
take your time. It's I mean, there aren't too many adventurers or people who'd be interested in this sort of thing on the island yet, but definitely I'll keep this reserved for you in case someone else is interested in it, and closes it and locked it. Wrist weights, by the way, those are only 1,000.
What is the practical benefit of having the wrist weights on?
Wearing them for a month will give your character the endurance feat.
How much are those?
1,000 silver.
1,000 silver.
Does anybody have the bank open? How much do I have?
You have like one of the most. You have 6,463.
Ooh.
Akio crosses his arms. Yeah.
I guess I'll wait. Yeah, I'll do it. 1,000. Endurance is a really good feat. Let me make sure I don't have it.
Okay, I only
Oh.
got I only got the one set besides the one I'm wearing. So, I mean, in a month I'll be able to sell this one too, but like,
I'll see you in a month.
okay.
I mean, I could stand to get a little bit more toned.
Yeah, you
Or-
could be the You could be the Dasani of wizards.
That's an insult.
Kasumi,
I mean-
I honestly I think you look great, but if you want to engage
don't let
in
Pal hear
improving
that.
your body, then I am all for it. And yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Pal, I promise there's nothing going on.
I'm rolling my eyes so hard at you.
I rib you a little bit.
Bedwire walks over to Pau. It is okay. You
I know-
kiss
I
his-
know.
You could kick his ass.
What?
What?
Yes,
yeah.
Pascal.
What is
You
that?
could
I'm
kick
sorry,
You
what-
could kick Pascal's
Whoa.
ass.
What?
Yeah.
Where that come from?
Yeah, what is that accent though?
That's
I
Batfire's
don't-
accent.
Batfire's accent is a traveling one.
Oh, I thought it was.
Worldly.
All right.
Yeah.
So,
Don't
What-
worry, Don't
what is-
worry, pal.
What is it called again?
These are called armlets of
Armlets.
endurance.
Of endurance. Okay. And okay, all right. Bought. Spent. And
All
one
right,
month
so,
and
There is a thing about them.
Yeah.
They take up 10% of your carrying capacity.
ooh.
I'm not carrying that much, anyways.
It's the weighted
Alright,
clothing.
oh, yeah,
Alright.
regardless of what the carrying capacity is.
Yeah.
What's the okay? 10%. Okay.
Of a heavy load, I should say.
Takes up 9 pounds.
All right. They're just called armlets, but there are actually 4 of them, and 2 of them are for your ankles.
Wait a minute. 9 pounds?
I mean, that's my heavy carrying capacity is only 90.
Yeah.
You are
I-
weak like baby.
I don't have a high strength. I have a high constitution and a decent dexterity. Like my main stat is constitution. I have a strength of 9.
All right, so
So
before
weak.
we head off, I want to ask Pascal. Hey, Pascal, are you gonna be going
Mhm.
to? Are there any chance you're gonna be seeing Tonu today?
Of the Oyaba variety? Or
I
rather,
mean, wait.
yeah. No, I know what you're talking about.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah. Are you gonna be seeing him
probably.
today? Okay.
I see him most every day. I'm
I was
pretty
wondering if you
much.
could pass a message off to him, and also, I guess you're invited too. I need to have a meeting with him and the rest of the temple heads tomorrow
Oh, well,
because we need to figure out who's
kinda-
gonna be the next grand priest.
Oh,
Yeah.
well,
That's
I'm
toughy.
kind of honored that you think of me and that
I
sort
mean,
of.
hey, you invested a lot into the Temple of a 10 kit here, so I figured if you,
Yeah, but I'm still just a lay person. I'm not
yeah.
super good at it.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, if you want me there, yeah, sure, absolutely.
Okay.
I mean, Pow would be a lot more appropriate.
Yeah, I mean,
but
Pal's
don't presume-
invited, of course.
Yeah, I presume that she was already
Yeah.
going actually. But yeah, no, Def.
Okay.
Anything else you want?
Nope, nothing I can think of.
Hmm. All right.
All right.
Yeah, but yeah, if you think of anything that you want, let me know, and I can definitely put an order in for you guys.
All right.
Or if you want to just like look around through the shop, you might end up finding something. I don't exactly have an encyclopedic knowledge of what everything that's in here, but I have a pretty good idea.
All right.
And
You got
you might
anything
need
that matches my aesthetic of gold?
Yeah, anything gold?
it you know, I can definitely look, Akio.
Donka.
It's yeah, it's
I mean, thank you. That doesn't exist, that word.
it kind of does. There's a German equivalent in this world. But
Mm.
all right. Gold.
Oh yeah, is a Tatsu in the castle now again? Yeah, he is. Mhm. I
I
couldn't
mean,
remember.
I have some mundane jewelry. It's not enchanted or anything, but it's gold.
Look at me. Look at my. I'm wearing. Not gloves. What do you call them? Like
Gauntlets?
gauntlet. I'm wearing gauntlets. Oh well. It's okay.
I mean, you're not in armor all the time, right?
Yeah. But I kinda want to always be in my armor all the time.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, I'll definitely keep that in mind as a thing. And okay, so right now the goings on are gold stuff, and Pow, you're looking for either like a headband or like a cloak or something, right?
I don't know. I'm not looking for anything in particular. I probably should be, but nothing off the top of my head.
All right. Well, let me know. And yeah, if you change your mind on any of these purchases, easy
Too
refund
bad.
policy.
No funds.
Um,
All right.
just hand them back, and I'll give you the gold back.
All right. I guess we'll head back to the castle.
Okay.
I'm gonna take the sky skip up to Emberillion, whoever wants to join me.
All right.
Oh,
Well,
but first
you
I
guys
want to check
decide
in with
who want-
I want to check in with Tatsu first, actually, and ask him to see if he can get make breakfast tomorrow for the meeting.
I mean, you find Tatsu already in the kitchen, where he is apparently just making like a late breakfast for himself.
Okay.
And as you enter, he turns and bows to you and goes, "Leisada."
Hey, Tatsu.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
Yes.
wondering. I wanted to ask you if you could make breakfast tomorrow. I'm planning to have trying to set up a meeting with the heads of the temples here because we need to discuss who's going to be the head of the new grand priest. Now that Shinichi's gone. Yeah.
It would be my honor.
Thank you.
What would you like?
I think we should probably go with a traditional Hadanese breakfast.
Ah, yes,
Yeah.
very specific. I will
Yes.
do this.
Make sure there's extra because we'll probably Baradun will probably come along too. So
Okay.
yeah.
Understood. I'll get it done.
All right. Oh yeah,
What
and
is
Sad,
it
I
to-
guess Sad I will send under the messages there too, with some messengers to the Temple of Silva and Temple of Polonius. And also,
Very good.
she actually sent out a message to the Crypta priest as well
Okay.
to come along.
In the meantime, you should decide who is going up
Yes.
to Amberyllion, and I'm going to use the restroom. I'll be right back.
All right. So yeah, I'm planning to go up
And
there
that
to see
did
the
snap
Archon
up
and
like
see what Borkrit's doing, I guess. Since he's been up there for a while now.
Oh no. He's probably eaten all of their fancy leaves.
All of them. Every single one of them.
Oh no, they're going through a leaf famine up there. Oh man.
And then after that meeting tomorrow, Sada's gonna spend the rest of the week seeing if she can retrain her leadership feed to double slice.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hello.
All right. What did I miss?
Nothing much. I don't know if anyone's coming up with me.
Is anyone?
Sure.
All right.
I think you need a bodyguard and someone who can talk elf helps, I'm sure. Let's go.
I mean, yeah. We both
Well,
can
I
talk
mean,
Elf and Skitterkin, actually, I think.
Oh yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
I going back to my monastery.
All right. I was gonna say you could take the Sky Skiff once we're back if you want to save some time.
Oh, sure, that works.
Alright.
That would seem a lot more efficient.
Yeah.
We
We just gotta go up there for a little bit.
Kasumi, if you were going back to your monastery, Tatsu would want to accompany you, but he is now locked into making breakfast for a religious meeting tomorrow.
Yeah, well, such is the life when you're getting married to the most famous chef on Sarugu. Sigh.
Yeah, I guess Sada and Pao and I guess Bat Bear would probably come because he insists on bodyguarding as well. So.
I am always guarding.
So you fit people onto the
Except at night.
Sky Skiff. Suru, what have you been doing during this?
Sleeping.
Prof, you there, my dude?
Prof dead.
Oh man.
Does he know he's
What?
muted or is he AFK? I don't know.
He couldn't handle that adult beverage, knocked him right out.
Yeah, definitely. That is.
That's Prof.
Okay. Well, I suppose Suru is out of the picture for the time being.
All right.
Damn.
Um. Okay, so you collect yourselves, and using the sky skiff, propel yourself upward towards the great
Alright.
flying city.
We're gonna go see the. Let's go to the Arkhans Tower first. I think it's the best bet.
Of Amberlin. City
City.
of the wings of the phoenix.
Yes, yes.
Welcome once more. The Archon says as you step off the sky skiff and onto the balcony of his tower.
Hey.
He approaches you from within his brightly lit chambers. The great mirror glinting in the background, reflecting the entirety of the skyscape out his windows. For what do you come,
So
Sada Ryudo,
so
Daimyo of Surugu?
as you can clearly, I speak in Elven, I guess. As you can clearly see, we returned from the
Yes.
Seven Sorrows home base.
Your return was known to me as
Four of the 7 are dead. So yeah.
this gladdens me permanently. You say.
Yes. I was able to destroy what was bringing them back, thanks to something
Very
the Burnt
good.
King gave me actually.
Ah,
Yeah.
you received a gift from the Burned King. Your place in this world is exalted indeed.
And we actually come here now with
But
return
I
some-
have also heard of your grievous loss.
Yeah.
The Aeteron, known as Shunichi,
Yeah.
was by all accounts very kind and noble as a soul.
So I don't know.
I am sure his departure from this plane is grievously missed. I am sorry for your loss.
Thank you. Anyway, we actually came.
Allow me to sing
Oh no!
the ode of sorrow of my people, passed down through 10,000 years
I'm
of
sure that would-
elven history.
You might
Oh, that'd be great.
actually
Yeah.
want to be singing the Ode of Joy soon because we have something returned to you.
Oh?
We found 2 of the crystals from the Crystal Archives.
Unfortunately, only 2, but
Yeah.
it's, you know.
What a weird. I'm sorry, Tube. That was like.
I was trying to cut him off.
You have returned to us. Great. A great gift.
Hmm.
We had thought these lost. Do you know who is contained within?
Yes, one is the architect of the Flying Cities, and the other is an ancient necromancer.
Yeah, he's kind of creepy, and
Yeah,
I don't.
he wanted to make a deal with us to put him into an Iteron body, but that doesn't seem like a good idea. So
Haharian.
yeah,
Yeah.
And
Is there a way to
the
demand-
Archmage.
No.
Zahanaxis.
Okay.
yes,
He wanted you to place him within an Iteron body.
yes. As a part of
But-
an exchange, because we asked him what the bells of the other toll, the bells of the
Eternal tolling.
eternal tolling, asked him,
Yeah.
but he wouldn't tell us unless we did that for him. But it
Is
seemed
there a
like
way to
a
just
bad idea.
extract
may
knowledge
be-
directly?
No.
Oh,
Okay.
cool.
It may be, however, a harmless request. There
Maybe.
are no souls contained in these crystals, only the echo
Hmm.
of a mind.
And that's a guarantee, because this guy's whole thing is like reanimating souls and putting things where they shouldn't, right? So there's like no
Mm.
chance that he did that for his own crystal and he really lives in there or something. I don't know.
The Archon looks at you
I have no idea how these things work.
strangely and goes, that is not something I thought of.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
What's it like in those crystals?
And besides that, actually, the architect, they told us that the bells asked them about like the workings of the flying city and everything. So
Oh.
yeah, might want to keep an eye out for that. And hopefully, we can keep an eye out for that as
grievously
well.
concerning.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's right.
That would explain why they attacked.
yeah.
Their possession of such a weapon would be terrible indeed. But
Catastrophic.
from what you describe, their power may indeed be broken.
I hope so.
I mean, for now, but
The three left that are all some of the strongest though.
well, the shards, but 2 of them, yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But yeah, as long as Emberyllion remains here, hopefully we can help make sure nothing like that happens.
Yes. And we thank you for your protection. I am curious. Did the Archmage Zahanaxus inform you what he... Oh, no, you said that he was going to... he needed to be put in another body in order to tell you what he...
Yeah, he wouldn't tell us. Yeah.
That's,
Unless you want to give it a try, maybe. If you can convince him.
No, I don't think I'd like to.
No,
Now I'm nervous about dealing with that at all, that you brought up the
Yeah.
possibility that he might actually be in there.
Is that a possibility?
I mean, they can do it to Eteron, so.
I am not familiar with all magics.
I wouldn't be surprised if some archmage was able to figure it out before Absissa did.
Don't
creepy idea.
Don't like liches exist and they're like phylacteries and all that, and
yeah.
Like,
Sure, but I don't know anything about
typically
magic.
the phylactery is separate from the consciousness.
well, yeah, but it seems something like somewhat similar, like same vein, just different application and development.
Your point is well taken. It may behoove me to secure... But then I have no place to secure these.
Yeah.
The archive is destroyed. And our last remaining archivist has gallivanted off to the surface. A favor I am told I have you to thank for.
Well, I made the offer and she said yes. However, who all's in the room with us right now, Sals?
I think it's me, you, Pow, and Batbear potentially.
Yep.
Okay. And can we be ensured that we're not being listened to right now?
You can ask the Archon. He's clearly listening to you, and perhaps he might have spies.
Well, yes, but I have a suggestion for the Archon.
You can ask him if he thinks that this room is secure.
Do you think this room is secure? Like, I have an offer for you, but I want to make sure.
Archon traces his fingers through the air and quietly speaks a few words in a language that you don't understand, but
probably you should know them.
You do, actually. And you understand that in this tongue that it's not Elven that he's speaking, it appears to be something different entirely, actually, not even on the same basis.
Do I know what it is? Because I can talk anything forever.
You talk everything, but it doesn't necessarily mean you can identify the language that's being spoken. It just means that you can speak it.
It's probably some magic-y nonsense.
It absolutely is, as the Archon whispers, silence ever silent, and a small dome appears around all of you.
Okay.
Alright.
Okay, so what if we were to make it appear that this information was still kept in Amberyllion when in reality it was kept with your one remaining archivist?
That would secure the information that much further, though I am wary of making Amberillion a target.
That's fair. But I don't know.
More so than it already is.
Yeah, I was going to say
Yeah.
it sort of already is a target. That's
It
to
does
do with
appear
as
that
you
ship
will.
has sailed, as it were.
But the offer's on the table. I'm happy to house the information. I'm happy to be sworn not to access the information. It's not my info. It's not my business. I have no interest in it.
It is my prerogative at this point in our relationship to trust you, nobles of Saruga. And he hands you the 2 crystals.
Okay.
I would suggest letting no other than Valine know about their presence in your monastery.
Of course.
Anyway, besides that, I was wondering, how's Borkrit doing?
Oh god.
The large skitterkin who came up here a little while ago.
How do I keep forgetting about that guy?
Your
It's 'cause you want
the
to forget it.
ambassador from the deeps.
Yes.
Elves knew of Skitterkin,
Oh.
as I have researched. They were created in the great conflagration between the ancient Elven Empire and that of the Thene, quite accidentally. Our interactions with them were limited as they quickly fled beneath the surface, but the ancient elves expressed a sudden level of distaste. Perhaps that is unfair, but in my interactions with Borkrit, it has become very reasonable in my eyes.
Yeah, Borkrit is probably the shining example of that distaste.
Yeah, he is sort of an outlier, though.
Yeah. The rest of them are a lot more polite usually.
I
Um,
trust that they are absolutely pleasant to be around.
Would you be amenable to meeting with one who we've had many positive interactions with, namely Brisket?
Yeah, Lord Creeper Frisket. He's a cleric of
Perhaps
Ameria.
I think you guys would actually get along really well. He's very cool.
Ah,
We haven't seen him for a couple months. He's been busy with his business down there. Last we
he
saw-
has a city to run, as it
Yeah.
turns out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. Yes, I should like that very much.
I will tell you, they have a delicious mushroom-based dish.
I'm sure it's
Yeah.
delightful.
Oh, it is.
So where is Borkrit? If you want us to,
Oh,
I
I'm
imagine you
sure
might want his
that
visit to come to an end.
I'm sure I do know where he is. Since arriving, he introduced himself to me briefly. And as he was a emissary under protection of yourself, I gave him free reign of the city and the allowance to do as he pleased with diplomatic immunity.
Seems.
This has
Yep.
gone to the point of his ignoring certain religious prescriptions, and now the first temple of Polonius exists
Oh,
on Amberillion. Thank you very much for that, by the way.
jeez, I'm surprised he got to work that fast.
He's actually quite industrious, it turns out. Also, he's a hideous ooze. I don't
Yeah.
think I made
Oh,
that
yeah,
quite
he's an
clear enough.
ooze now, isn't he? That's, yep, whoops.
He
Sorry about
is
that.
more ooze than rat, that is true.
Oh.
Also, he's a hideous ooze.
So I guess he'd probably be there at the new Temple of Polonius here.
I should suspect
All
his
right.
travels to the city have grown limited since its establishment.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, I guess we
Also,
get back. Oh,
Profanity, you weren't here when they went up to Amberillion. Would Suru like to go up
Nope.
there?
okay.
Nope. Okay.
What is Suru doing?
Temple of Tenket.
Ah, okay.
Nice.
She's getting buff.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You return to Skyskiff. Travel down from the Arkhans Tower. And you travel through the city where you meet once more Sahenian, the Sentinel Guard
Oh,
who served as your tour guide.
Yeah.
hey.
Hi. Excuse me. Hello, Lady Sada, and others.
Hi.
Is Gulpo with you?
No, unfortunately. We
Not
still haven't seen him
today,
for. We
sorry.
still haven't seen him for a bit.
It's off on
Ah.
business.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Well, if you do see him, would you tell him that I said hi?
Of course.
Thanks.
Anyway,
Is
we were
there- anything I can help you with?
we were wondering if you could direct us to the new Temple of Polonius.
Sahenian's smile immediately drops.
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna go see if we can deal with Bortrit.
Follow me, please.
Yeah.
He hefts up his glaive, begins leading you through the mostly empty streets of Amberillion. You occasionally see a elf or two as they go about their daily business, strolling in their flowing robes. Eventually, he leads you to a tower. A familiar one.
Ah.
The Temple of Balathor
Oh.
was once here.
Oh.
That's the one where
Uh-oh.
Caridia and her people were.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
After the expulsion of the Sun Elves from Amberillion.
Oh no, it left a vacuum when he filled it immediately.
Yeah, filled is the operative word. You'll likely find him in there. You'll
Okay.
forgive me if I don't follow you in.
Oh, man.
Understandable.
And yeah, that's it.
Okay.
I have to get back to my post.
Okay.
And again, if you do see Gulpo, I'd really like to see him.
Of course.
Yeah, let him know for sure.
Well, you should hopefully we'll see him soon.
All right.
He's
I
been
might
gone
forget.
for a while.
I might
Let's call Borkert to the capital city. It'll be fine. Let's send him up to the Elves. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
All right.
You know.
I open the doors.
All right. You are immediately hit by a blast of hot, humid air,
Come on. That's gross.
heavily scented with the smells of decadent incenses and food. Strolling down into it, you see that the many braziers and wall sconces that the Balathor worshippers had kept have still had their flames alight, but have been turned a strange pinkish purple
Oh, nice.
of a type that you've actually seen before. The lights in the pavilion of size were the same
yeah.
color and character as these. You know your way through the temple at this point. And as you begin strolling, you see that the temple has been strewn with all manner of soft pillows, blankets, hanging from the tapestries hanging from the walls, depicting all manner of idyllic frolics and occasionally more debauched imagery, until you find your way into the main chamber where you first confronted Karadia. And in it, you find a fair number of elves, about a dozen, in various states of torpor or stupor, as they partake of various
Oh man, this meat stuff is great.
smoked sedatives, drink, food, and in the center, vaguely sat upon a throne, set up on the dais, is the oceanic form of Borkrit the Insatiable.
Is he even bigger now?
It's hard to tell. Currently, a pair of elves are tending to him, which, of course, means excessive use of the Bountiful Banquet spell. But as you make your way into it, the oversized rat man takes a moment enough from eating to stop and peer down, causing his many chins to bunch up under each other, and go, "Oh, it's you lot!
Hey,
Hey.
You
I can
had a
chug.
great idea sending me up here. Look what I've done with the place. Can't
Yeah.
believe
Yeah.
they just let a temple like this sit idle.
Nice digs, yeah. It was actually
Bunch,
recently vacated,
I learned
yeah.
Skitterkin now.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, good on you. I actually learned an actual language to speak. Not all this
I see
melodious
you've been,
crap these elves keep slinging at me.
I see you've been busy at work. Huh.
Oh yeah, the flock grows every day.
Yeah.
So, what can I do for you lot?
We figured we'd come up, see how you're doing. It's been a while.
Well, I'm doing pretty fine, if I may say so myself. Come in. Take a load off, relax. Eat something, drink something. Then continue to do so.
Vampire just stares at you and leaves.
Somebody got to eat, I know to be.
Anyway.
Sorry, I got some mourning to do. And then he
So you think he'd be a little bit more thankful considering the method of his resurrection?
Anyway, we
You hear from like outside the door. I'm very thankful. Wait, I'm very thankful. Thank you.
That's right,
I just have some grieving to do.
of course.
You know how it is. Yep.
Right, so Borkrit sort of brings his two still normal size Skitterkin paws hands together, which they sort of like squish across the surface of his body as they draw together unnaturally, as if they're not actually connected to any sort of bone underneath. And he clasps them. What can I do for you, my favorite daimyo?
I mean, we're coming to do some business with the Archon, and I figured we come to see if you wanted to come back down.
Why would I want to come back down? Got
I
a
don't
bunch
know.
of powerful, elfy babes conjuring food for me every 10 seconds.
Babes on this shift, boys on the next. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, don't you still got business down in
Boy, Christmas.
Yeah.
I left a representative. It's not like I can really fit too well at the table anymore. He's going to have to speak for me anyway. I tell him what to say every day. Communicating via magic from my place up here.
Okay.
So I don't see why I have much cause to go back. I'm spreading the faith. And myself. Literally around, as I said, like
Damn.
gestures with a pushing motion away from himself.
I don't know. What if the rest of the council tries to take it as a chance to push the Temple of Balathor out?
What?
Since you're not there. They might take it as a chance to.
I'm there effectively. Are you saying that this is a thing?
Yeah.
What have you heard?
Oh my god.
I mean, I haven't heard anything. I'm just making a guess.
Oh, well, I'm not one to make my decisions based on theoretical threats that haven't yet come to pass. I am a man of reason and evidence.
He says, as he shoves a entire cantaloupe into his mouth.
Jeez.
So I'm still grieving over here, but if I have to say anything, I think it would be actually reasonable to say that with your absence and not having a seat at the table, it would be completely taken advantage of and exploited by the fact that you cannot contribute. You should probably have a representation there. Otherwise, you're going to lose, this.
I just went and explained that I
Yeah,
do
he has-
have representation there. I have a guy that
Yeah.
speaks for me, and I tell him what to say.
Are you sure that guy is saying what you're telling him to say though?
I didn't think
Are you
of that.
sure he isn't taking the chance to take over?
Well, he tried to take.
Maybe a
It's
little
hard
bit
not
of.
to know for sure if it's not in person.
Be a rather
Yeah.
short insurrection, I tell you that much.
Plus, I mean, it's not you. You're so charismatic, obviously.
Oh, yeah. What if he isn't saying what I want? What if he's just telling me what I want to hear while he makes his own moves down there? I hate it when people make good points. Bollocks.
We're about to go back down if you want to ride.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think I need
We
one.
can also reserve a
You
very...
got somebody to run things here while you're gone?
Yep. Kalilia, you'll keep up things while I'm missing, you won't you?
Oh yes, Borkrit. It will be my honor to take your place upon this throne.
God.
I'm sure I will. Keep it warm for me. Right.
And with that, he lurches forward, his amorphous form vaguely sort of forming legs as his body mushes forward towards you.
Right,
All
let's
right.
go.
Let's go. We roll
Hey,
them
that's
we roll them along.
there's an earthquake!
How are you going to get Bat Buyer and him on the sky skiff?
Oh.
I mean, there's only 3 of us on the deck, so we can probably fit him on the deck. He can squish there. We did it last time.
I'm
So-
not sleeping in the same room as him.
It's, you manage, Borkrit squishes up onto the deck of the sky skiff.
I gotta imagine, like, he's got a theme song when he walks around, right?
Yeah.
It's the Monty Python soundtrack, clearly.
Um, yeah, or that, or just a tuba.
Alright.
His amorphous form taking up much of the deck, And the sky skiff actually does seem to struggle with the excess weight.
Fortunately, we're making it ascent, so hopefully that'll help it a little bit.
Yeah, when you reach the courtyard, for the first time, the sky skiff actually like divots into the ground a bit when it lands. But it does not crash.
All right, that's good.
Borkrit slowly flows off of it. Right, I left down my servant Skitterkin in the Temple of Balathor down here, so I'm going to go get them.
All right.
They're going to carry me back.
All right. Good. Safe travels, Borkrit.
Yeah. Hmm. Of course. Really should. It would be rude to just leave without saying farewell, perhaps at a dinner. Large one.
Mm-hmm.
Expansive.
What?
I'll provide the food.
Why was that so ominous?
Vampire stares at you.
I don't know.
Waits for your answers. Sada.
Well,
What do
I'm
you
sure.
say,
I'm
Sada?
sure if you go down to the Temple of Balathor, they can help you out with that.
Ah, I see. Won't forget this sort of Riodo. Right.
I don't know
On
if you can
my
fit
way
through our
then.
door.
Scorf. And with the awful sound of his bloated sack of a body just squishing its way through your gate and out and down the ramp into the city. From
Keep the
which
road clear.
you immediately hear screams.
Oh dear.
Well, that's that dealt with. For now.
You hear a voice in your head, Sada.
Yeah.
I have been told you have removed Borkrit from my city. Good. If you ever bring him up here again, I will discover how to wield Amberilian's weapons myself and obliterate you.
All right. I'll keep that in mind.
All right. Well, that's Borkrit done.
Yep.
Batbar, you were given a large chest to give to Suru.
yeah,
A
Suru.
substantial chest.
Alright. Where's Suru? Oh, yes.
She's at the Temple of
Jeez.
Tenket.
Hut, 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 hut.
All right, you trot down to the Temple of Tenket, and yeah, Suru, you are currently there, doing your own thing. And at this point, Pascal has also shown up. And as it is your wont, the two of you have been spotting each other for a little while by the time that Batfire actually trots up carrying a substantial chest. At which point, Pascal sort of like puts his hand against his head and says, "Oh, I could have just given it to her myself. I thought you were going to see her earlier."
Yes, that is hindsight.
I didn't actually tell anybody I was going to be here, so.
Well, I mean, you're here enough. Anyway, I don't blame you. Suru, this is the money that I got for selling your ruby that you took from the Babel Calls Arena.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. I know just what to do with that.
All right, very good. That's overall, I managed to get 8,000 silver pieces for it.
Damn. Nice. Good job.
Don't sell it all in one place.
That's actually exactly what I'm going to do, but thanks for the advice.
All right. Well, if you do,
Here, I will add it to your
Make it my
add to
place.
the bank for you, Prof.
You don't have to because I'm just going to get rid of it
Oh.
later.
Well, add it there for you anyway.
Thanks.
Yep. Because I had it open, so I figured I might as well.
anyway, let's get back to leg day.
Yeah.
Might
Hey.
I also join you on leg day?
You don't have
if
legs.
you want,
Human
I
it's
do have
four
legs.
legs. It's like
He has an
probably-
unfair advantage.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Do you think it would make a difference if I? She already did. She has her ring taken off and tied around her neck. Do you think it'd be better if I worked out without this on, or do you think it just won't make any difference?
That's the ring that prevents you from feeling fatigue?
Yeah.
That's a good question. My ring of sustenance prevents me from really making any gains physically, but I have gotten stronger since I've worn it. So I wouldn't suspect that it's going to be holding you back, especially since it just keeps you from getting tired, right?
Yeah.
Honestly, that just seems like a boon if you're just never getting tired. The only thing would be potentially working your muscles to the point that they get damaged.
Well, let's find out what that point is then. And she puts it back on.
Okay. I mean,
I'm sorry. I just feel like I haven't really been trying, and I think it's about time that I change that. I'm probably gonna be here without you guys a lot these days.
really?
Unless you think you can keep up with me.
Oh.
Okay. Let's see. So, Batfire is interesting in that he technically has a ×3 to all of his lift modifiers because he's a large
And
quadruped.
in charge, yes.
It's true.
But yeah, Suru, you begin just a relentless workout. And actually, yeah, you eventually you exhaust Batfire after some time, and eventually you exhaust Pascal. Whereas you are just fine to keep going. The ring makes you immune to fatigue, and also prevents the physical ability score damage that working out to this extent would cause.
Nice.
This is essentially where she's gonna be living then.
Jeez, I thought you
Getting-
were like a.
Getting jacked till the end of time.
Ow.
I'm sorry, you thought what?
I think I need to get one of those rings. So yes, Kasumi, you begin. Oh, right. Actually, the next morning.
Okay.
Well,
Yes.
then hold on.
Oh, no,
I got
yeah.
other things I want to do.
Forgive me. Is there anything anyone would like to do before the next morning?
Yeah. For
Yes.
the meeting next morning.
All right. Very good. Sorry.
I mean, I don't need a scene for it, but yeah, I go back to the monastery then.
Whenever we get done at the Temple of Atenket, I'm gonna take that chest over to the Temple of Silva.
Okay. You see the various priests of Silva, and a number of people who are just sort of in quiet meditation around the great tree and the sort of open-centered gazebo around it, and or really a promenade that's been built around the tree. And you see that there are several staircases that actually go up on its periphery that allow you up onto the roof, so you can meditate around its branches. One of the Sylvan priests sees you approach and comes over to you, a human.
Hey, who's in charge now?
That would be me, I suppose.
Cool. Here you go. And I give him the chest.
His arms like nearly fall out like of his sockets with the weight of it. It's like, oh, what is?
It's money.
He opens it.
Chest of money.
My-
I was gonna give that to Shinichi for his help with something, with a lot of things. But you can consider it a donation to the church.
Lady Suru, this is too much.
She's leaving.
Surely you can put this to. You are in danger all the time. Surely this could all go towards keeping you safe.
You take it.
Oh.
It is appreciated beyond what I can express. Thank you.
Well-
We will put this to very good use.
That's what I expect.
Wow. Think of all the orphans we can save. And he like
Countless orphans.
tries to lift it and it's just like and eventually he's reduced to just dragging it across the ground and into the temple where a couple other Sylvan priests approach and like, what the hell is... Oh my god! One of them approaches you afterwards and goes, "Thank you, Lady Suru. This is a small token of thanks. We understand that Shinichi was a way of healing you and your friends in combat. This is a poor substitute, but perhaps can be of some help in severe situations." And hands you a particularly ornate looking decanter, currently stoppered up, and painted with the same colors as the tree in the center of the temple. It is a curative potion. It can heal wounds and even some more permanent effects, disease. It's only one use, but enchanted so that it will refill at the beginning of each day.
Oh, that's nice.
Ooh.
Oh, well, hey, thanks. Can think of
It
more than
is.
one time this would have come in handy.
It is truly not enough to express our thanks at this donation to Shinichi's memory.
She gives him a thumbs up.
He bows deeply to you.
Okay. See you later.
All right. He nods as you leave.
How do I record this in my inventory exactly?
You can put it in as a here, just put it in as a refillable potion of cure critical wounds
Nice.
Nice.
/ disease / poison. It weighs
1
half of a
billion. That
Matters.
makes more sense.
Yeah, you're right.
What happens if I take this and pour it into another jar?
It will. I mean, if you want to run that experiment,
Yeah. I'm not
Okay.
fighting today.
all right. You pour it into another jar.
I guess you'll find out tomorrow morning, but I'll just tell you what it does now. When it refills the next morning, the potion in the jar, it becomes inert.
So the key is to fight right before midnight. And then I can drink one during the fight and drink the next one the next day. Got it.
Yep.
Yep.
Right.
What does the inert potion taste like?
It's water.
Oh.
All right. So is Kasumi gonna head off to the monastery by Skyskiff now, or do later?
Kasumi apparently just skips out on Tatsu.
Damn.
Wow.
I mean, I would have gone yesterday. So
Your
like,
fiance.
like,
I mean,
thought
it's the day before the meeting right now.
well, I mean, I guess I'll wait until after the meeting so he can come too. But that's trying to maximize time.
Right. No, very good. And
I'm sure Tatsu would understand.
going to the monastery does not take very long anyway by Skyskiff, so waiting the extra day is not terrible.
Okay.
And yeah, the night passes uneventfully.
Oh, I would deposit my new books as well as the crystal with Valine, and I would not tell anybody else about the crystal on the way there.
All right.
Okay. That Valine is at the monastery
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like when I get there.
when you get there.
Oh, okay. Okay, go ahead.
The night passes without issue. Paulina, the item that you messaged me about,
Yes.
when you go back to the home at the Fatazo trading post, as soon as you describe the item to Pascal, he's just like, yeah, I do. And yeah, he hands you a quick winner's shirt.
Nice. Can I describe what it looks like
You may.
in my mind? Because the description it has a bunch of little feet on it, and I think that's gross. So I don't want that. Instead, it's like a white silk shirt, and it's got like little silk buttons all down the front, and it has like two embroidered cranes, like on a souvenir jacket or something, like on like the like the lapels or whatever, sort of flying. And they're in red thread, and they've got like just a little bit of gold thread picked out in it, and maybe some like loose feathers flying after them because they're going so fast.
Mm.
Mm.
Yeah, it's a great thing that I had that exact Swift winner.
It's so pretty. Wow, I love it.
Yeah, it looks great on your account. It even matches with the robes, and thumbs up.
Gonna go so fast, like Sonic the Hedgehog.
Nice.
You really are. Once per day. You sleep. All of you.
Easy.
The next day, you wake.
Another day of sleep without dying in my sleep.
Yes. It's a good
Pretty
thing.
nice. It is a good thing.
You find your way at various points to the castle. Or actually, rather, where is this meeting being held? In the castle or in the cathedral?
In the castle, or maybe we should hold it in the cathedral. Yeah, it seems like a good place to do it.
What is this meeting exactly again?
We're gonna figure
To
out
pick
figure out about the Grand Priest.
Do I have to be there?
It's tricky.
You don't need to be there. You're
Okay.
invited if you want to be, but yeah. But yeah, I think maybe the cathedral will probably be a good place. It is supposed to be the United Temple, so
Yes. So, eventually, you are all. Tatsu is collected and brought over to the cathedral to cater the breakfast.
I help him carry
And-
over any stuff he needs carried over, along with Batbear and his big
That bear,
horse
to be
muscles.
perfectly honest, does more carrying than you.
Yeah.
But eventually, you and those attending find themselves in the central open space of the cathedral between the three annexes of the United, your little triarchate.
Yeah.
The Temple of Silva, the Temple of Polonius, and the Temple of Atunket, all represented
Whoa.
by both the Dramatis Personae and some support people that have new priests that have been ordained, new monks, new various religious that the various groups have brought to sort of beef up their numbers to seem a bit more impressive to the others.
Is
Perhaps.
the Krypton priestess there? Because I sent an invite to her as well.
Asai is there as well,
All right.
not at the table, off to the side, lurking,
Hmm.
as it were.
All right. I guess
Edgelord religion.
Sada takes her seat and stuff and says, "Well, I wish we could indefinitely put this off, but we do got to deal with it sooner or later. Since Shinichi's gone now, we need to figure out who the next Grand Priest of the country will be. Which is why I've called all of you here today."
The various attendees look at each other and then sort of look at you almost expectantly until eventually one of them says, Tonu Ayaba rather specifically, asks you, "And who have you chosen?"
Well, I think we should discuss it as a group. I think you guys should all have a say in it as well, but my personal belief is that it should be someone impartial who has, well, a place in all religions, regardless of who they worship. And I point over at Asai, who's lurking in the shadows. I was thinking maybe she might be a good choice. That's why I invited her. The cleric
Asai
of Crypta.
raises an eyebrow at you. There is immediately some conversation with the various three heads before the three of them all look at you. And Crypta, I thought you were making a tripart religion here.
Yeah.
Shouldn't that be represented in your government?
Hmm.
Crypta is, as you say, a neutral force, but you really want to be advised by a servant of, well, death?
Yeah, it is a little morbid.
Yeah.
Her domain being sort of the end all be all at the end of the road is kind of creepy if you think about it that way.
Yeah.
Greta stands and goes, "I agree, for once, with Tonu. I would also point out that since Shunichi has passed, of all the high priests present, I have been in alliance with you longest. It would seem appropriate, just based on seniority, that I should be high priest after Shunichi's passing."
It does make sense, but what does Tonu and the Sylvans think?
"Absolutely not," says Tonu. "Just no. She cannot be. No, the Polonians cannot be so powerful in your government. They've already gotten preferential treatment." Preferential? Yes, you got a temple before everyone else did.
Oh,
That's
hey,
true.
hey. That's a weird thing to focus on specifically, I think. That's
No,
just-
it's not. It's actually a thing that happened.
Well, yes, but what I mean is that you're getting do you really think it's mature to focus on the order of who got a temple first?
I am here to protect souls and shepherd them to a better afterlife than her corruption, frankly,
Love it.
would cause. So, yes, I take the fact that I was put at a disadvantage early on personally.
Okay.
And so does mighty Atenket. Quite frankly. The Sylvan Priest. Stands.
Well, that's all right.
It is my honor to introduce myself to you all. I am Inue Sumitoru. I am the new High Priest of Silva. Shunichi was a member of our temple, the leader of it, the founder of it. We have demonstrated an ability to be impartial. It would seem appropriate that if not I, a member of our faith, were chosen to replace him, with all due respect. Shunichi was a very singular figure, argues Greta.
Also true.
I trusted Shunichi as an individual. I knew him. I do not know you. I do not trust you to have the same level of impartiality, quite frankly. I would note that Polonius has given you great gifts and shown you much favor. It's only appropriate that you show such favor to his faith in return.
Beyond my own decision, I think we all of us need to come to one together, because this affects all of you as well.
To be honest, Lady Sada, I think it's quite clear that the three of us are not going to agree. And I'd point out that Atenket has also shown you quite a lot of personal assistance through his servants.
What's the Krypton priestess name again? Asai?
Asai.
Asai?
Asai.
I look over to her again. Asai, what do you think about my earlier offer?
She shrugs. If called upon, I will serve.
Like I was saying, she doesn't represent any of the three, but everyone
Which
in
I think
death,
is the problem, though.
yeah, but everyone in death has to go through Crypta.
Yeah,
Has
but
to
does
go
that?
to the afterlife.
But to make the high priest death is sort of strange, don't you think?
I suppose.
If we look at things purely from the religious standpoint and not favoritism over one particular individual or not, what are sort of the pros and cons of having that person be the symbol of organized religion for the island? Like, if we have a priest of Polonius at the head, what message does that send? If we have a priest of Atenket at the head, what message does that send? If we have one of Silva, what message does that send? I think that's the way we have to look at things. And honestly, I think the Church of Silva is the most balanced and impartial. Aren't they all about, like, thinking about things, measuring thoughts against each other,
Self-discovery.
understanding?
Roll a perception check.
Perception. Okay. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Okay. There we go. Did that work?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, okay.
It's pretty easy to see. As you're saying this, you can see that Tonu Ayaba is looking rather dismayed at your argument.
It's not ideal.
Yeah.
If we had some, like, a panel of all three to fill that role, that would be ideal.
Yeah.
But
I
we
don't
don't
think
really
that's
have the infrastructure for that, I guess.
Yeah.
So we can't do that, and we do have to fill that role,
Yeah.
or things start getting sticky.
In the end, it is your decision, as this is a technically secular position.
Mhm.
This is true as well.
Clearly, there's only one choice. We make Accio the Grand Priest.
I can do this. I flex.
I mean, Akio technically does not have a position in your government.
It's
And
true.
when
You could
moved-
make him the
Oh,
high
boy.
priest. It would not be a good
moved
idea.
Out of the country.
Get him a golden pope hat. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
My first order of business is that everybody must wear gold. For religious reasons.
I mean, strictly speaking, he would prevent you from having the malice of missing a high priest.
Yep.
He wouldn't provide any benefit.
I promise
Or maybe
to be...
he might provide a +1.
What's Akio's church? That's the question.
Yeah, what is Akio's religion?
Does he have one?
Because I'm
I
pretty
think he's
sure
a
it's
Ristus,
not
actually.
something that exists.
Out on the high seas?
Well, I think it's on my character sheet one moment. Perhaps it's Aristus, perhaps it's... I don't seem to have a... wait.
Is that something you're supposed to have on your
Kelda.
character sheet?
Kelda.
Oh, Kelda.
It's an option.
Yeah, it's an option. You don't need to, but
Yeah. I was like, Aristus
It's just like a
maybe,
little-
but that seems...
little
that seems
fluff
like
thing you can add.
nepotism.
Well, it's not a fluff thing, really. Especially in Logos, gods are kind of important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where do I put that down then? Because I guess I have to now.
Well, you don't
It's
have.
in your-
It's in. It's on your character sheet on the core page, up at the top of the character description.
Yeah.
I have not yet written there.
Ah. Well,
Well, we know. 'cause,
now you can.
We know Suru's crypto. Yeah.
Yeah, now she is.
Yeah.
I see that you're filling it in.
I was trying to. It seems to be frozen.
Anyhow, I'm gonna crack open a cold one with the boys and say... What?
You have quite a lot of stuff written here.
I have
But-
to reload the roll 20. Yes, I do. My character sheet's very good, Sal's.
Yeah. It's actually extremely good. But there is a deity section, which you currently have marked as not yet.
Exactly. Like I said, it's very good. I need to reload roll 20. It's not working right now, so.
Okay.
Okay. Hmm.
Anyhow, I open up a cold one and I say, yeah, that's Kelda. But I would not let my
Oh,
worship
Kelda's a
of
good
Kel-
choice, yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, duh. It fits me, and it explains why Bat By are. Yeah? Anyhow, I open up a cold one and I say, there is no way I would let that influence my position as Grand Priestess or take a sip. Now... now...
Yeah.
I
The
think...
three high priests look at each other and go, before Tonu looks back at you and goes, okay, yeah, I think we're pretty unanimous in our objection here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's fair.
Alright,
All
well,
right.
I put my a cold one down. Only
Whoa.
one way to settle this.
No fighting. No fighting here. No.
Well, that's the Kilda way.
You can only fight in the sanctioned wrestling ring in the Atenket Church.
Well, then I
we're
guess
not
we're
taking
going-
this here. We're gonna.
Well, I guess we're taking this to the
Oh, no.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
This is happening. We're gonna also do tag fights, and I call either Suru or Batbayar.
I'm sorry.
I
what?
didn't know it was that kind of wrestling, but I guess now it is.
Yep.
That's
And
very
we're gonna-
exciting.
And I'm gonna introduce a cage match.
Oh shit.
Oh, it's gonna be the event of the Saturday.
Okay. So
Or
who else
whatever
is
we
here? At
call
this,
it.
who else here is at this meeting?
Oh, I'm being legit right now.
We'll talk
Yeah.
about the wrestling
you
things. That
challenging?
sounds fun.
All of them.
all the priests.
Hey, Tonu is like a like a wrestler.
Sana
So-
has planted a seed in my heart that I didn't know I wanted till now.
Yeah, that'll be a thing. We still have to do baseball after all.
I guess
That's
we
it.
have
We
to
have to
do
decide. You have to figure out who the new Grand
No.
Prix is. But the...
Wait, I guess we don't have to do wrestling if that's gonna thing. I don't know what baseball is because that's a fantasy thing. But we could also do that. You guys choose.
All right, okay. Floating another idea out here.
Okay.
Let's
Okay.
pretend none of that happened.
Oh.
We'll talk about the
Alright,
wrestling
we'll
though. I
crash.
do. Oh,
Oh well. Wait, what?
you crashing?
Yeah, my browser did.
Oh shit.
Oh,
But okay. So I put the Silva idea out there. Now the Tenket idea. What would a priest of a Tenket represent to the people? Well, Tenket's all about improvement, striving forward, reaching ever higher to better oneself. That's a pretty positive message to have as a figurehead, right? Someone to look to, look forward to, look toward, whatever.
heck yeah.
Heck yeah.
Says Pascal from behind you.
Look, I'm just putting the ideas out there because we seem to be at an impasse and we do need to come to some sort of decision here.
Yeah.
Every time I click on the, never mind.
Oh,
What's the problem that you're having?
I don't want to interrupt your thing.
Alright. Well,
What do you think about what do you think a Polonius head would suggest?
that's a tough one to think about. Well, I think it would say to the people that the land is fruitful. There's a lot to be. It's it's got a wealth to it. It's
Yeah.
the people are taken care of, maybe even to an excess, which not such a bad thing. I don't know.
Hmm.
I think it's a pretty fruitful land. There's a lot of stuff to be had here. You know, I don't know. I'm just spitballing here. Guys are all staring at me, and it's it's a bit much. Not really a public speaker.
Hmm. I mean, I'm having a hard time deciding myself. Really, it's a hard decision.
Well, unfortunately, I think it does have to be made by you. So
Yep,
unless
it
you want to sort of reconvene, if everybody's sort of said their piece that needs to be said, I don't know. But we could have everyone say their piece, and then we can maybe sit on it for a couple days and come back to it. You know, you could form a decision after some
Suppose.
deep thoughts.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know if you've all said sort of, major case what new for it.
That's us staring at you.
Oh shit.
What is up with that shape of face?
I'm liking it, but I am confused. Like, do they have a
Give
duck
you-
beak?
I'm giving them the devil eyes. But also I got a duck beak. I'm not really sure what's going on, I just did double eyes.
It's good.
I mean,
I like it.
dagger eyes.
Well, at this point, the various your various priests are left to argue with one another. They each make their case to you in turn. At the end of it, you know who these people are and what they stand for. And you know that, more or less, you think they're all fairly trustworthy. Although, Inoue Sumitoro is new to you.
But Shinichi probably trusted him.
The rest of his temple certainly seems to.
Yeah.
But in the end, it's going to be your decision. They are left unable to agree.
Damn.
And if you thought the GM was going to run your country for you,
Yeah. Don't know what you
Yeah.
expected there.
Yeah.
Why don't you just make it an elected position, and every year you can pick one of the 3 heads?
Whoa, could it be a cyclical thing? Yeah.
Hmm.
Or does it have to be one person until they kick the bucket or whatever?
Yeah. I
Yes,
guess.
Or would that?
Fair.
I guess with through saying that, I guess. What would you guys think about
I'm
that?
not actually at the meeting,
Oh,
so.
mhm. What would you guys think about it being potentially a vote by the people?
a vote
Yeah, and by the temples.
Oh, I don't know
Hmm.
about a
Based on-
vote.
we would each vote for ourselves.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Hmm.
Unless you can't vote for yourself. But I feel like that's a way to make people mad at each other.
Yeah.
Which might not be the best. But if it's a thing that can be a rotating position, I don't know if that would be like a sort of muddying the position like outwardly, if that would be confusing to have leadership switch, or maybe it would be a way of unifying the idea of having 3 churches sort of rolled into one. I really don't know.
A rotating position could work. It would be fair.
Also, I'm sorry, I know I'm not there, but why can't all 3 of them hold the position?
Because there's only one
Anytime-
big chair.
Well,
They can't all
listen,
fit in
anytime,
it.
Anytime that
Unfortunately.
office needs to make a decision, you have 3 people, so they can't have a tie vote, really, so it should be fine.
Just
I
one
mean,
Pope chair, though.
I wish we could, but I think it's because of the gameplay rules or whatever.
This game is made up.
It is true.
It's true, but there are rules. And technically, this is only supposed to be filled by one person. Like, it has to draw its bonus from someone. So,
Okay, so we kill all 3 of them and put all of their souls in the same Edoron.
Whoa!
that would be rude.
Yeah.
So yeah, what? Well, you don't necessarily have to make the choice now,
Yeah.
but eventually the meeting does sort of break down,
Yeah.
despite Tatsu's utterly delicious breakfast, and you find the various parties moving away, returning to their various corners. Asai leaves also, although as she leaves, she approaches you, Sada, and goes, "Again, I will serve, if called
Okay.
upon.
All right. Thank you.
Also, build a temple of Crypta."
Sure.
With that, she leaves.
I could have taken them, and I leave.
I mean, you could still
Alright.
go to the Temple of Atenket and challenge people to a contest. You would.
Ah! Okay.
Who exactly are you challenging?
I don't know. Hey, you want to be Grand Priest? I
No.
just point us. Oh.
Do you point at? I mean, there are 3 other high priests, or rather, there are 3 high priests. There's Tonoyaba, there's Grida, and there's Inoue Sumitero. So
I point out all 3 of them. Hey, are you willing to fight for this position of Grand Priest? This someday.
Tonoyaba loudly cracks his neck as he sort of shakes out his very powerfully muscled upper torso. Inoue Sumiteru nods and slowly goes into a unarmed fighting stance with particular elegance and craft. The going into a sort of showing off a masterful position of the martial arts, and Greta just snaps, and Baradun sort of like lumbers forward. I choose a second.
Where is this happening?
This is just sort of outside the cathedral.
Oh.
You know what? On second thought, this could have been. I when I think about it, I bring no advantage to being Grand Prix. Plus, I'm not bad buyer. Huh?
The three of them nod and return to where they're going.
I think the only thing I would worry about with if we could rotate it, would we get the abdication roll? I mean, the abdication penalty.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's the thing.
Yeah.
Whenever you, on the 1st of January, the abdication penalty would kick in. The 1st of January. The first of the made-up name.
The first month of Logos,
Yes.
the new year.
The 1st of Emprenai. Would tick over, presumably whoever's next under the rotation would kick on, and then there would be a penalty, but the penalty I don't think is tremendous.
Yeah, it's I guess unrest increases by 1.
Yeah, which is not good, but it's
Yeah.
not the worst thing in the world. And perhaps after a while, people would get used to it.
Yeah.
I
Maybe
don't know,
that is a
that
choice,
sounds like
but-
it's against the rules.
Well, no, because this is actually more in keeping with the rules, because you would have one person at a time being in charge.
But all right, maybe that's what we'll do. But we still have until the start of next month to figure it out. And I guess now, the rest of the week is here.
Yes, Kasumi, you are able to take the sky skiff and return to the monastery with Tatsu in tow, whereupon you are happy to find that it is still intact and undestroyed in the interim by some sort of horrible cataclysm that no one would see coming.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? And you do deliver the books and the crystals to Valine, who, upon seeing them, presses her fingers to her mouth. Where did you find these?
We found them in the possession of the Seven Sorrows, and they need to stay hidden. I've already discussed this with what's the leader of the
Archon.
I've already discussed this with the Archon. He agreed that it would be best to keep it here while maintaining pretenses that it is still on Amberillion.
I see. How many people know?
You, me, Sada, Pao, Suru. Was Akio there?
No,
No,
Batbear was.
Batbear was.
I don't think Suru was
Batbear.
there.
Well, Suru might not have been there.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah,
What's your
Suru was
question?
not. No, you weren't there because this is when Batbear had
Yeah,
your money.
I wasn't in Amberillion.
So yeah, them. That's
So-
it.
Do you know who are contained on these?
One of them is a necromancer, who apparently is not just a memory. It might actually be the necromancer, and he wants his body back, or he wants a body. We're not inclined to give that.
That's certainly that's very unlikely.
well, something of him is in there, and that something wants a
Yes,
Ineron body.
an echo, a memory. It might be convinced that it has a soul. It might not have a complete appreciation for just what it is. So it might be seeking to do something that really is impossible for it.
Well, let's not entertain it.
I see.
Um,
And the other?
the other, oh God, now I'm blanking. What was the
It
other
was
one?
a architect of the Flying City.
Yes, that an architect of the Flying City.
It's one of Haharian's memories.
They
These
they
are
were
both incredible that you were able to save these.
the memory of the necromancer intimated that it had some sort of information on how the sorrows had been reincarnating themselves. But the conditions of us learning that were that we gave it an interim body to inhabit.
That seems very dangerous
Yes.
if what you're concerned about is true, which again seems, the possibility of it seems very remote. But then even if it isn't any sort of soul, then well, then you wouldn't be able to put it in a Iteron body anyway, from what I've come to understand of them.
Right. The architect, they were trying to learn how the cities fly, which means that Ambrillion and the other elven cities might be in danger in regards to them being able to be taken over.
Well, Amberillion certainly. That's information that should not be allowed to get out. These were kept in a very secure vault in the tower. I don't quite have the same security here, but I may have something. And she goes over and she leads you deeper into the archive room, which you note has been actually finally organized into a point where like things are clearly in a specific space. There aren't papers strewn all over anymore. And she goes to a small chest and she presses her finger atop of it and whispers a few words. And instead of opening its lid, it unfolds, sort of like a blooming flower. Portions of the chest just begin opening up on top of each other. The sides and the top eventually shifting and creating a massive array, about 5 feet wide in total, of about 100 different, apparently interdimensional spaces. And she takes both crystals. She places one in one. She places the other in another. And with a final word, the chest folds back in on itself and becomes a normal, ornate elven chest that can only be opened with knowing the actual words to open it. Otherwise, and she takes the actual lid of the chest and opens it, and it has just like a spyglass, a few, a couple books, some rather mundane stuff inside. It's just my effects. And she closes it again.
Okay, well, good. And we'll ideally let those remain lost to time.
Well,
Not
lost. I'll know where they are.
Oh, yeah. That's right, you're immortal.
Theoretically. It's not actually really quite clear yet.
Well, okay. These books are some studies on elemental magic, like wizard stuff, but
Ooh.
might be able to use that for what we're doing here. So I don't know. Maybe take a look through them and see if you find anything interesting. I will study them myself at some point, but only so much time of the day.
Yes, absolutely. Maybe, maybe if you learned some elemental cantrips, you might be able to use that as like a connection
Like a jumping
to,
off point.
to actually start delving into those elements in Toto. Very interesting. I will begin research at once.
I know contextually you said total, but the way you pronounced it sounded like you said Toto. And like, I bless the rains down in Africa. That's where my head went. That's the update on.
That was not the melody at all.
I know.
You just blew my mind. What was that?
I kind of did a little.
We have to be careful about copyright strikes.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the main point. Plus, I was trying to do like a little minstrel tune.
Well, I can also tell
Sure.
you that I actually did say Toto.
Oh.
In Toto means as a whole.
Oh.
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 Look at this nerd.
You could just say total, though. It means the
Yeah.
same thing.
Yeah. Now you're just splitting hairs, trying to be all fancy sauce.
I'm being exact with what I said.
Okay. Oh man, that means Toto means total. They just didn't want to call it total.
Uh-huh. Yep, that's what that means.
All right,
Go.
cool.
Or rather, it's the Latin word for whole, but I think.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Sal's.
Yeah?
For the rest of the week, I was wondering, could Sada retrain her leadership beat into double slice?
Absolutely not.
Oh.
No. Screw you.
And my little dog Toto too?
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
No.
if Suru was looking up things on this next day, again related to crypto, but also related to that other thing that we were looking into, the soul of what's her name, fire person.
Oh, Fervis?
The Burning Wrath.
Yeah. Is there any information that she could find on any of that subject?
Make a intelligence check to do some research.
Boy. Why is my character sheet looking so weird now? It's on core, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not here.
Hmm.
I must have done
What?
something strange to hide it. Yep, there it is.
Nice.
Yeah. Maybe
That's
I
an
did
8.
press sheet on. That's an 8. Okay, so Suru, you start delving into some research, but most of what is available now is information on current gods, but you do find some ancient divine writings that they're a little dense, so you do start reading them, but you're not quite there yet to grasping what exactly is contained within. Maybe after a couple of days, you'll be able to actually glean some information. It appears to be relevant, but it'll take a little bit of time.
That's fine, because I want her to do this every night. It's going to be working out at the Tenket Temple and doing research on her situation with Crypta and this subject pretty much every day. So
Nice.
Okay. Okay. So we know what Kasumi is doing for the week. We know what Suru's doing for the week. Paulina, what are you doing for the week to prepare?
Oh god, I don't know.
she's making Jello shots.
Ooh. Okay.
Oh man, this will be Tatsi's first day as a teacher.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah,
they grow up so fast.
I know.
It's a weird thing to say about your husband.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, I'm just happy for him.
I think it's more that they grow up so fast.
I mean, Pal's the one who said that.
You said yeah.
All right. Well, Pow, if you do think of anything that you'd like to do for the week,
No, head empty.
no thoughts. Sada,
Yes.
what are you doing this week?
Uh,
Oh, right. You retrain
Can I?
leadership into double slice. Yes, if you'd like. Unless I don't mind running a cohort for you. So if that's what you're predicating your decision on, don't worry about it. You would just need to choose the cohort. But if you decide that you spontaneously want to get worse at see, that's also like from
Yeah.
a narrative aspect. Are you just becoming more withdrawn and standoffish as you increase your ability with the blades? Do you leadership does seem appropriate for your character?
Yeah. I'm thinking.
Well,
I guess
you
I
can
should.
choose.
Yeah.
Regardless, it's your option. You have the ability to do so.
Okay.
And Suru's doing research.
So I wouldn't like double slice to be able to get two up and run, but also it is leadership does make sense, and it would be weird to get rid of.
Akio, what are you doing?
I kind
I'm
of.
sorry if I'm losing my voice a little. I think I have a cold.
How
man.
dare you, first off, when it comes to asking me, oh, you've got a cold. Anyhow, I actually don't really have, I don't have really anything, to be honest.
Okay.
I kind of maybe should have gone with that wrestling thing. That could have been a whole fun adventure. Oh well.
I was looking forward to that.
Yeah,
Would've
Changes
jumped
in
in on
mind and challenges.
Oh,
Oh yeah, looking into establishing that as like a thing.
but also
Pretty
it's
fun.
kind of out of nowhere for Akio to become like, what if I win? Oh, I guess I guess I'm Grand Priestess now.
I make a new holiday, Accio Day.
Yep.
There's no way you were gonna win anyway.
Chuck your children off roofs, please.
What
I
if
order
he
it.
rolled really well and everyone rolled really bad? What then?
I would have jumped in.
Suru would have been high priest.
Suru is not applicable because she's already the general, so she can't enter the ring.
But she can prevent Akio from being.
Yeah, I could specifically target Akio.
Why does no one want me to?
Because I care about this country.
Yeah, I do too. It's not its children.
And so Kasumi is doing that teaching during this time. Kasumi, you find that of your first group of people, you think that two of them are not. They don't got it.
Well,
But you also note that you don't have any aerokinesis.
thought we found one guy.
Nah, he's frozen in a block of ice.
Ah, shit.
But Mino is happy to take them under her wing if they
Provided
so,
they want to be, yeah.
Yeah, and currently they're both seen open to it, but they both also, if only to stay here and keep trying.
Oh, yeah, no, I'll offer them the opportunity to attempt whenever they want.
And so, Suru.
Hi.
At the end of your week of getting swole and doing research, you come finally to the point in these scrolls where after they were describing various old gods of various types, one thing you notice that the old gods tended to be a bit more fundamental. Their domains broader reaching. Instead of a god of retribution or a god of justice, there was simply the god of law. Instead of Tanket being the god of freedom, there is Ferbus, god of chaos. Ferbus, in much of their worship, is very ephemeral, ill-defined, but generally having three major aspects, often called the three-faced god as a result. Ferbus's various forms being the liberator, the trickster, and the destroyer. In any one of these, in these forms, Curvis would occasionally be the great chaotic good breaker of chains, freer of slaves, ender of tyranny, destroyer of law gone amok. Or the more neutral charlatan, thief, mischief maker. Not necessarily harmful, but not conducive to an orderly manner of things either. But the final is the destroyer, who, as its name suggests, exists only to obliterate, to upend, to break down that which others have built, to rend and to burn, and to laugh as it does so. Fervus had a certain level of suspicion cast upon them as a result of most especially its latter most form. There's also allusions to Fervus being the one god that once the gods were sealed inside of their own divine plane, such that they could not walk upon the surface of Logos. Fervus was the one deity who still could, through their inability to be constrained, able to maneuver around, at least for brief periods, the constraints placed upon the planes by Ur-Chulan. And another more recent thing that you read seems a little relevant is actually one of Sada's books, Bones McJangle's History of the Champions.
Oh yeah, I have
Of
that.
all things. Alludes to a point where one of the champion's allies, in the final moments in the battle against the beast that rides, as they forced their way towards the great towers that were binding the beast to Logos's plane and allowing it to burrow its way through the cosmos to devour it. They were accompanied by a man known as Red, whom was Fervus's child upon Logos. created through some unknown ritual or through perhaps the god's will itself, or perhaps through its actual physical presence upon the plane. And that Red's purpose had been as a safety latch upon Logus for when Fervus was annihilated in attempting to stop the beast's progress. Its essence, instead of evaporating into the ether like destroyed gods typically would, instead would flow back into Red and be anchored and reborn there, taking over his body and allowing the god to continue to exist. And that Red, perhaps living up to his own capacity as an avatar of chaos, refused to be dominated in such a way and destroyed himself in the moment that Fervus attempted to enforce its own self upon him. And in doing so, there was a great blast of light and 3 motes of ethereal energy erupted from the point where Red was destroyed and shot off to the horizon.
Man, I sure hope those 2 motes of light don't come
Shit.
back in other campaigns.
Boy.
That is the information that you find relevant to Mr. Fervus. Also
Okay.
Mrs. Fervus.
Suru's going to take all of the relevant information in notes and have it ready for the rest of our party to look at,
Okay.
if they can read her handwriting.
What about Fervus Jr.?
Lil Fervus?
They call him Fervy.
I guess cells.
Oh.
I remember
Yes.
I have a feat I haven't actually used at all in ages. If I could retrain
Which-
that in a double slice. Bonded Mind.
You
With
could.
Hajime, yeah.
Oh.
I mean, that would make sense if you lost your perfect connection with your brother after
Yeah, considering
long
we've gone
separation.
separate ways. Yeah.
Oh.
It's different ways down
Magic
different
twin
paths.
connection fades. Yeah, that's sad.
That's
Can no
I
longer
think.
just look at each other and nod.
Yeah.
Damn.
Or rather, you can. They'll just be confused, which could be fun in and of itself.
Yeah.
Just get the wrong message entirely. But anyway, yes. So
So yeah,
eventually
I guess,
the week
yeah,
passes.
I retrain and I get double slice.
Okay.
Mhm.
And you keep leadership.
Yes. I'll
Who
get
do you think
another
you would
cohort
want
at some time. I don't know who.
Yes. Mhm.
Edric might be a good choice, but it might be good to find another healer. Or maybe
You
get the
have
Great Zanzibar Arcane gain like 13 levels all of a sudden.
it would be 7. That would bring them up to
Oh.
level 12.
Holy.
And by the way, the Great Zanzibar, after their experiences in the Mushroom Cave, has been very standoffish.
Yeah.
I'll give you a list of NPCs that are currently at an appropriate level.
Okay.
And yeah.
Yeah. I
With
guess
that,
and then besides
we'll
that,
wrap up for tonight.
I guess Sada gets ready for the trip to Hongo, helps make sure the sky skiff is packed up. And hopefully Pascal will, because he was looking out to see if anybody could get a message there, but
Pascal, in fact, does succeed. He finds
okay.
that a fishing vessel occasionally docks at both Sarugu and Hongo. And
so if I can pay him to see if we can get a message off, and hopefully it can get there before us.
It's easy enough to pay a fisherman.
All right. How much?
For a single silver, he agrees.
Oh, okay. I give him 2 silver as a
He
tip.
agrees to get there and not read it.
Okay.
Fucking cheapskate.
And with that, the week is over, and your trip to Hongo is about to begin.
Yes.
which we will follow up with next week.
Oh my god.
Whoa!
I hope you enjoyed the session.
Yes.
I enjoyed being Borkrit again. This is a fun voice. And yes, I am going to make myself some soup
All right.
Nice.
and work on the work that I have to do for work.
It's redundant.
Yeah, it was a little redundant.
I'm gonna have to give you a D.
Yeah. So next week we head off for Hongo.
Yes.
What will await us? I know
What a
there's
wondrous land.
I know there's weird mist and mountains.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Hey, what happened to Kari? He left, I assume.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, shortly after Shinichi's funeral, he would
Yeah.
have bid his farewell and returned to his forest.
Doesn't matter because I didn't have anything specific I wanted to say, but I did want to
Was
ask
he-
about that.
Was he
Didn't really get
impressed?
any-
Was he impressed by the big tree church? The old church tree?
Yes,
Oh,
the Sylvan Church he was appreciative of. He seemed.
Hey.
nice.
Did we ever hear anything from Pardax about
Not yet.
Agamentai? No. Okay.
Save that he had conveyed knowledge of
Yeah.
Shinichi's passing and the nature thereof
Okay.
to the Soul Forger. So yes,
All right.
I hope you all enjoyed the session. I did,
Yes.
and I will.
You got to figure out the Grand Prix situation. But I did enjoy it. Yes.
You have until the end of the in-game month,
Yes.
which is rapidly approaching.
Indeed.
Is there anything anybody wants to sign off with?
I know I didn't go to that wrestling event, but I could easily kick their asses. Everybody have a good night.
It's true.
Shout out to Toto. Shout out to the greatest musical artist of our age.
Hell yeah.
Tupac.
Hell yeah,
I don't know
Tupac.
about that.
The whole of his work or their work is it's undeniable. True beauty.
I'm gonna
Um,
throw my vote in for Tupac over Toto.
Good night.
What
Yeah,
if
I like
we
that.
made Tupac the Grand Priest?
I don't know. Did Tupac ever bless any rains?
Probably.
Show me the
Yeah.
receipts.
Probably.
Hey, Toto's a band, so we can't make Toto the Grand Priest.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But Tupac's just a man.
Maybe if all of Toto sneaks in under one big coat, might work.
Good night, guys.
Good night.
Right?
Have a good night, everyone.
Good night.